My sponsor, Instant Mud Coins, is currently running a special offer. You guys can use code ZERK40 for 40% off through Cyber Monday. Check it out right now. Links in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zerks coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the 8 a.m. offers that we have and also my Team of the Week, Week 12 predictions. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Luke Berg for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, I'm giving away two $25 gift cards, picking a winner on the 30th, and I'm going to select two random videos that I've uploaded from the past couple of days up until the 30th. All you guys got to do to enter, drop a like in the vid, make sure you sub to the channel, comment down below Zerkmas, leave a way to contact you. Do that on all my videos because, as I said, I'm just picking two random videos that I have uploaded since I started doing this. But let's get into my Team of the Week predictions for this week. Now, I have been, honestly, pretty good with my Team League predictions. I think we can all agree with that one. I've been pretty solid at picking like the flashbacks, some of the set pieces I've gotten the LTD, the heroes right a couple of weeks. Obviously, I'm not going to get 100% of the players right. That's just not possible. I just don't think I'll ever do that. But I've been pretty good at it. We got Greg Jennings. We got Antro roll right last week. So I'm going to give it a good try this week. I will say, though, there are multiple ways EA could do Team of the Week this week. So it's going to be really, really interesting because this has the possibility of honestly being like the best Team of the Week ever. So let's start off with the offensive set. Now, I will say this. I'm going to save one player to talk about here because one player is very, very interesting. They could do him as the 89. They could have him as the player of the week. I don't really know what they're going to do, but I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So the first player I'm going to say in the set is Derrick Henry. I think he's going to get a +1. Now, Henry had 178 yards and 3 touchdowns, and obviously Derrick Henry has already got a very, very high overall card. He already has a Team of the Week hero, so they're not going to give him another performer. He is probably going to get a +1 overall if he does get an upgrade. And the second player I'm going to say should be in this set is Tyreek Hill. Now, obviously, Tyreek Hill literally had like one of the craziest weeks ever this year. Maybe the craziest week for a wide receiver this year. 269 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's just unfortunate that it comes right after he got the MasterCard for the promo, for the Blitz promo. So there's no way, literally zero, I'm telling you, zero chance that he ends up getting the Performer of the Week because obviously the Player of the Week is only a 92 overall. I don't know if it's going to go up yet to 93 or not. Even if it does, there's still no way because here it is in 93. But Tyreek Hill could potentially get a +1. But I'm going to warn you guys right now, if he does get a +1 overall, do not be surprised at all. If he does get a +1, don't expect a speed boost. I don't think that they would give Tyreek Hill a +1 and actually increase his speed. So if he does get another +1, it gets collectible here that you can add in the set or, use training, whatever. I don't think that he's going to get a +1 speed because he's already the fast wide receiver in the game. Adding one more speed to him would really, really mess things up. So I don't think he's going to get a +1 speed. However, adding 1 to all his routes, all his catching, after the catch stuff, still pretty good. But I just really doubt that he'll get a +1 speed boost. Now, if not him, if for some reason they decide to not give him even a +1 because they think that card would just be way too good, I think Will Fuller would probably slide in instead of him because Fuller had a really good game too. But there probably would be some major outrage from the community because Tyreek just had a crazy, crazy game. He definitely deserves a +1, but don't expect him to get a +1 speed because he's already 94 base. Powered up, he's 95. With that, he'd be 96. I just don't see it. Now, as I said, I will talk about what they're going to do with that final offensive player because I really feel like it could be one of two players, and I want to talk about that when it comes to the heroes and stuff. Let's get into the defense. So starting off, I know Joey Bosa already has a 92 overall LTD, but he did have a really, really good game. He had 3 sacks. I think he could potentially see a +1. Now, also another player that we could see in this set would be Deion Jones, who did have a pick 6, and I think a Deion Jones would be really, really nice to get a good upgrade. And again, just like offense, I'm actually going to save on saying the final player that I think could potentially be in the defensive set because, honestly, there are 3 players that would be All extremely good like, I really don't see how EA can mess this up this week, guys, for the player of the week. Whatever player gets player of the week is going to be one of the best players in the game at their position, without a doubt. So I'm just going to save that defensive guy because they may give him the player of the week, but also could be in the set. We'll talk about that in a second. Before I get into who I think could be the player of the week, let me talk about the two players, the offensive hero and the flashback hero. So as for the offensive hero from 2010, I'm going to go with Peyton Hillis. Now, I think the card's going to be bad, honestly. Pretty slow, everything. But it's going to be kind of cool to see Peyton Hillis back in the game. 131 yards, 3 touchdowns from 2010. I think we see Peyton Hillis back in the game here. Maybe, to be honest, guys, this would be terrible because no one likes it. I feel like this could be an O-line week. Because in week 11, we got a wide receiver, right? In week 10, we got a tight end. In week 9, we got an offensive lineman. And then in week 8, if we go back here, we got a running back already. Now, could they do a quarterback? Yes, they could. But, again, we'll go over that in a second why I didn't go with a quarterback, even though we haven't got a QB in a little bit. It's a little bit confusing, but you guys will understand in a minute here. Now, defensively, though, I think it's going to be Jason Taylor, a defensive lineman. Of course, he had 3 sacks and a forced fumble back in 2005. So I think we could see a great, speedy quarterback spy in Jason Taylor. And now, finally, let's get into the player of the week, and then I'll get into the LTD because they're kind of incorporated here. So the reason why I decided not to go with a quarterback offensive hero, and why I'm telling you the player of the week before I go over the LTD, is because there could potentially be multiple different variations of how they do Team of the Week this week, and I think we're going to get a quarterback. We're getting either a quarterback offensive hero for the flashback, an LTD, or a player of the week. So for the player of the week, the 92 overall, maybe 93 if they make him 93 this week. I don't know if we're getting an overall increase or not. I think it's between Patrick Mahomes, who had an incredible week as well. Mahomes had 460 yards and I believe 3 touchdowns as well. So he easily could get the player of the week. It would make sense to give Mahomes the player of the week. But the other 2 players that we could see, if Mahomes gets the player of the week, then they will both probably be the highest overall set piece because they both actually have some decent overall cards currently in the game. The offensive player would be Antonio Gibson. Now, Gibson had 115 yards and 3 touchdowns, and this is why I'm saying if he is the player of the week, would still be one of the best cards in the game. Take a look at his Autumn Blast card that he just got. That card is actually really good for his overall. If he gets a decent upgrade, he'll be really good, and he's a receiving back, which means he gets really the only ability in the game at running back that I feel like is really needed, or not necessarily needed, but on a running back, the only one that I think is viable that you'd actually use. Because he's a receiving archetype, he gets Backfield Master for 1 AP. So Antonio Gibson as a hero would be incredible, and the other player that I think could be the hero is Jeremy Chinn. Now, Jeremy Chinn on back-to-back drives and may have even been back-to-back plays had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He has 2 forced fumbles, 2 touchdowns, back-to-back drives, and I think it may even been back-to-back plays. That is incredible. Now, Jeremy Chinn has an 84 overall safety card. That is a really good budget user, was an incredible user card to be in the game. If he gets the player of the week, if they do a defensive player of the week, he is going to be probably the best user card in the game. If we take a look at his 84 overall card, you guys can see he's already got 88 speed and 90 excel. So if they make him a 92, I mean, he's at least going to have 92 speed, maybe 93, which would be nuts because he's also 6'3". He has 90 excel, and this card already has 84 change of direction. So that would definitely be up maybe towards 90. I don't know if they go that high, 87, 88, whatever. This card as a user would probably be the best user card in the game. Now, his coverage stats probably be bad, right? His zone's not very good. His man is better than his zone, but still wouldn't be probably close to 90. Maybe that would be close to 90. Maybe he'd get like 85, 86, whatever, so you could get that to 90. Maybe they make his zone plus 10 if they want to boost that up, I guess, since they won't be giving him much speed boost here. This would be probably the best user linebacker in the game. If not the best, one of the best, because he's 6'3", great change of direction, 90 jumping already, and great speed. It would be incredible. However, if they go with Mahomes as the hero, I think Gibson will be the 89, and Jeremy Chinn will be the 89. But if they decide to switch it around, then Chinn could be the hero, or Gibson could be the hero. There's really 3 players that I think are all really good options, and 3 players that would be one of the best at their position in the game. All really good. Now, as for the LTD, who do I think that could be? I think that's between 2 players. One is Lamar Jackson, but if they go with Mahomes as the hero, then the thing is, yes, I know they have done like a wide receiver player, and then they've given like an LTD wide receiver. I think quarterback is a little bit different. I don't think they would do 2 quarterbacks. So if Mahomes gets the hero, I think the LTD is going to be Janoris Jenkins, who had 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns back in 2012. Not the craziest LTD, I know, Janoris Jenkins, but 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, pretty good game. But Lamar Jackson had 5 touchdowns in 2019. So if we see Jeremy Chin or we see Gibson as the hero, I think we're going to see a Lamar LTD, and yeah, simple as that. I think it's going to be a pretty good team of the week. So there's a lot of different options that EA has, but yeah, those are my picks. So let's get the offers. Now here are those 8 a.m. offers, and I know, guys, there's no face cam this morning, but that's because it's 8 a.m. and I just woke up. And I don't think you guys want to see a face cam of me right now, but we do have Gridiron packs and also Most Feared Fantasy Packs store. Yes, I will be having face cam later today. Don't worry about that. Are these packs actually worth it? I don't really think so. I don't really think these straggler packs, for the most part, are ever really worth it. But the Most Feared Fantasy Pack, I mean, at the best case scenario here, you end up pulling a Most Feared player like a 90 overall, so I mean, you could make potentially like 70k, I think they're down to. Like 70, 75k Gridiron pack, you could pull absolutely nothing, and then you're basically at a 500 Blitz Bolt. So to me, what I would do is probably just wait until noon. We do have a lot of good stuff coming at noon. Buda Baker, I will be covering that. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like on it, and of course hit that sub button down below. I will catch you guys at noon with the next offers. I think we have an EA stream this morning, so we'll see if they talk about some stuff over there, maybe like the make rights and everything. So we'll see about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.